Star.
Oh, I own this one. Not David.
This is about this is his testimony of how he went from atheist to Christian. Verse of the day is Romans 8:18. It's on our Instagram story. We'll go more in depth of that after his testimony.
What's a testimony?
You're just trying to go word for word of what you said last time. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna just start asking some questions, I guess. Okay, we can all obviously ask questions. I'm just gonna start off with the first one. So, what happened to turn, like what happened, or how old were you? What was the point? Like,
Of turning atheist.
Of becoming atheist.
Well, I wasn't really atheist. I was a little weird back then. And
You said you were atheist, or you said that you believe in the Greek gods or something.
I mean, that's not atheism. That's polyamory. I don't know. But that's poly something. But it's belief of many gods because poly means many.
Yeah.
Where the term polyamorous means many
So that
loves.
just, yeah, like having 6 wives or something.
That's some
I think I
kinky
just
stuff.
remember you saying you were atheist or something. Don't
I
quote
don't-
me on that.
Then I didn't believe in God, because a lot of stuff happened for me to choose. So I felt like he wasn't, paying attention or something like that. Or I don't know. Like, have you ever seen God's Not Dead? Okay, so in the movie, the guy blames him.
My mom's in that movie.
Huh?
My mom's in that movie. She's an extra, and like the scene where they're at the club thingy,
Get a load of this guy.
and there's a band. There's a band. My mom's one of the ones singing, and then my mom's ex-boyfriend is the guy playing the guitar the lead. Continue. Sorry.
But yeah, how God's not dead. The teacher blames, the professor blames not believing in God because what was it, his mom died or something? Okay, so he blames it on that. He blames a certain circumstance. Not believing in God because God was there to help him with that or something like that. Now I won't know into depth what exactly made me choose that reason.
Which is fine.
I mean that's a long story.
So that's
But
personal.
I chose not to believe in him because I didn't believe it's correct. I believed he wasn't a good person. It came to my thought, I mean, why would you give kids cancer or something like that? Which I can also debate over myself and tell you why. But anyway.
We can get into that another day. Yeah.
And I said that, and I didn't believe in God, blah, blah, blah. Other stuff happens throughout that year. I was bullied a lot in that year. And I don't know, a lot of stuff at home, stuff like that. All the way into, I want to say, end of 8th grade. End of 8th grade was really good for me because shout out to Micah Allen. You gotta know. If you don't know Micah, I don't know who you are. He's a great guy. He helped me through a lot of things. He was there. He's like a brother.
I'll tag his friends.
He's gonna be like, hey, Lorelai, tag me in it. But
Or I'll send it to him on Snapchat.
he's my bestest friend. I'll tell you that. But I don't know the reason why I started believing in God. I just accepted the fact. Now, religion's never been a thing in my household because really no reason. You never held on to it as something. Like everyone has their own priorities. Everyone has their own thing to do. So, I mean, it's never there.
Yeah.
My dad always used the excuse of, like he told me, I thought you didn't believe in God. Or people who believe in God don't lie. Stuff like that. And I don't know, I'm real scared of him.
Yeah.
Anyway. What? I mean, yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, that's good. Like, thank you for sharing that with us. Does anybody else? Do you guys have any questions?
Was there any
Perspective of what?
On
Oh,
life.
life or something?
Yeah. On like why God does what He does.
Or do you think
Oh.
it'll be your perspective?
I mean, there was definitely a change in perspective. I believe I felt more with God this year than I was when I began. I mean, I'll say this. I tried to stop everything. I mean, okay, so I was down a really bad substance abuse, and I don't do it anymore. I've been 4 months. What month is it?
This is
May?
Matt.
I've been 5 months sober, ended December, all that stuff.
Yay.
Babies, other stuff, narcotics.
You don't
Not,
have to tell us everything.
not real deep in it. Yeah,
But you were
myself.
doing it.
Yeah.
But you were doing it.
Yeah, I was doing that, and I still believed in God. I asked for help and stuff. I know He gave me help. I just need time to forgive. I know people who use that as oh, well, you can just forgive anytime you want, and you'll be saved. Blah, blah, blah. I know a lot of people say that. And
You
that
don't.
was, that was,
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
that was a change in perspective, right? And I don't know, but I was still figuring out what it was. I studied it was a deep study. But I understand the term of Satanism. I understand how that all works. And I can tell you a lot about the Bible. I can rule out a lot of things that people may say. Like the tattoos. You're not supposed to get a tattoo. Well, I believe you can get a tattoo. Just as long as it's nothing blasphemous, of course. But I believe the reason you can get a tattoo is because what people were using during that time, that biblical time, was they were using tattoos in a religious type of way to worship idols, to have idols.
A lot of people say that you're not supposed to get tattoos, you're not supposed to get piercings. Because the verse that your body is the temple of God, and tattoos and piercings are technically like permanently changing, altering your body.
Yeah, they like to
But
compare it to.
I think that is just, I think they're taking that a little bit out of context. I don't think when they say your body's temple, they mean don't smoke, don't drink, don't do anything that could internally destroy your body, because it is God's body, it's not yours.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting it. Just put it on top. Okay, is that good? I just make sure like you can hear.
That's his signature thing.
But a lot of people compare tattoos or something. Church people, religious people compare that to self-harm. And that's another reason that I didn't believe in God. Long road of self-harm. And I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of anything that I've done. And anything I may still do. And I don't, this is what I believe, and you can tell me otherwise, I don't care. I still believe this, but I will help someone that knows something's wrong with them, and I'll try to help them the best way I can. And if anyone's going through something, I don't use it, but I tell them, God's always there for you. And I try to help people down the correct path if I want. I try to help people.
Technical difficulties.
But I don't believe with everything I've done, even if I forget it. I don't believe I can make it in heaven, really. I don't believe that.
It's just a really bad time.
But yeah, I don't believe I can make it in heaven. I think I'm done there.
I think that, I mean, obviously, I can't just say, like, address everything that you've done, because I don't know everything you've done, and they don't know everything you've done. But if you are forgiven, if you're repentant, if you're saved, if you're working,
I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix it. Can you still see you?
if you're working, okay, just whoever's talking, just leave it though. If you're working toward the like being saved and sanctification, no matter what you've done in the past, like somebody, this is gonna be like a really ironic thing for me to use. Hitler killed the Jews, killed all the Jews, almost all of them, killed what, 30,000 or something, 30 million, something.
I don't know, but
Jews.
enough for there not to be a lot.
If he would have repented and truly, deeply meant what his apology to God, he obviously wouldn't have killed himself, because that's an automatic ticket to. Technical difficulties.
Ironic means
It means like, well, I was saying ironic because I'm a Jew.
oh, okay. Well, this isn't ironic. But take this. I use this and people get mad, but everyone knows Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I personally never looked into his case that much, but I remember watching the show, and I know some stuff in the show may be factually wrong, and I don't want to say that this is correct, but I'm going to put my opinion based on what I saw in the show, even though I know you can't trust the show.
Can you get that one?
But,
Or no, she's getting it.
have y'all seen her?
I've seen it.
Have you?
Dahmer.
Okay, you know at the end when he repents and everything, he gets saved. I use the term saved, dead or not. Based on everything, whether it was good acting or for good acting in the show that made me feel that way, or because I wasn't there when everything happened. But I believed he got saved for everything, even if he murdered someone.
Yeah. I mean, if you truly repented and God, I mean, because you can sit there and you can say, God, I'm sorry, and then go do it, do the
I
same
know,
thing
but
again.
I mean, God's gonna truly know.
Yeah, and God's gonna truly know, and you and your heart are gonna really know, and you can put on this persona, this like costume facade thing, that I'm Christian, but behind the scenes, I only vape when somebody offers it to me, or I only cuss when other people are cussing around me, stuff like that. You're using other people as an excuse when you're doing it. Okay, now somebody else talk, because I've been talking a lot.
Okay. I'm curious. Can we scoot that desk like closer, maybe? Would I have to? Okay. So, see if I can get it on us. Here. Molly, where'd you go? Okay. Sorry guys, so, continue.
That was you there.
Okay, so, I'm not sure. You were starting to say something. You said something about how, you want me to go ahead and, what did you say?
Well, I said I don't truly believe. Like, I'm saying that I'll help other people and I try to help them the best they can for them to go to heaven. But deep down in my heart, I don't believe I can ever make it into heaven. That's what I said.
I'm just gonna say this because you don't have to believe in it. I'm just saying this in general. Nobody deserves what. Nobody deserves to go to heaven.
Literally nobody.
Yeah, nobody. We all sin. We all fall short.
John Baptist didn't deserve to go to heaven.
We don't deserve to go to heaven, but because I know it sounds so classic to say, it's because Jesus died on the cross for our sin, and He loves us so much. Like, people say it's so basically, like, oh, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. No, like, He actually meant it. Like, think about it. Like, your own kid died on the cross. think about like you're the father and you had a kid and you had a son and you took care of him, and then your son died on the cross. Your kid died on the cross.
You said
Even though you loved him so much, he still died on the cross because God wanted all of us to be faithful and Jesus. Thank you.
Can I like?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think like another way of saying that is that when God sent him. I mean, obviously Jesus didn't just choose. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die today.
Right.
Like or I'm gonna die in 30 years. Like he obviously didn't. He obviously just didn't. He didn't choose that. It's like when Abraham was literally 30 seconds away from sacrificing his son because God told him to. Literally 30 seconds away. His son was on the altar. And then he saw I think it was a ram in a bush. And God said, get Isaac off the altar and sacrifice that ram. Like, that is how committed you have to be. And when God sent Jesus to the cross for us, I even sound cliche saying this. Like, I feel like to myself,
It's sadly
I feel like
repeated and
it's so repeated, and it's so just thrown out there.
Yeah, without any context.
Literally every context. Oh yeah, well Jesus died on the cross to save our sins. Yes, he did, but there's such a deeper meaning to that. It's not just, oh yeah, he died on the cross to save our sins. God gave up his only singular son so he can have the whole world. So he can have the whole world up there with him. And if you choose not to, that is on you.
Yeah, that is on you.
If you choose to commit to him, if you choose to, no matter how horrible you've been, no matter how much you've lied, smoked, stolen, cheated, anything, literally anything will be forgiven if you lay it on him. Which brings us to our verse of the day. Actually, that wasn't our verse of the day, but this is what I did in my devotion last night. It's going to be our verse of the day tomorrow. Look at my Bible. And Addie, you can read it since you haven't said anything. It's okay, girl. You got this.
I just don't talk.
It's a really easy verse though.
Okay.
It's a really short, simple verse.
Short and simple. I like it.
17. Okay. It starts right here and it ends right there. Highlighted.
Okay.
This is Revelation 1:17.
And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead, and he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, Fear not, I am the first and the last.
Okay. Elaboration. So that. Okay. How I took that was. I think that was John saying that. Didn't John do some like really crappy things?
Yeah, I think it's really crappy.
But he he said, I lay myself at his feet as dead. You can't, well maybe he won't. You can't be like, oh well maybe he won't forgive me for this. So I'm not gonna say anything about this while I'm praying because I feel like it's so bad that he's not gonna forgive me. You can't say that. You just have to sit there and you have to give it. Literally, this also sounds very cliche. Just give it all to Jesus. Like I feel like when I hear people say I feel like people no.
I think that's mine.
Those are probably yours.
No, they just like flew off the table.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got an audience. No, you're fine. What was I saying? I was saying